this world of social media, I just see it as the matrix. I'm like, dang, Satan really got a lot of people with this. And so that's why I hope that everyone can find their way out of that world, because that's dangerous. I mean, there's things, and you know what I'm talking about, everybody. You know the things that people are doing for money. So that is a 1,000,000%. I'm giving up my gift of eternal life from God, and I'm going to just get whatever I need now. That's what that exchange is. I was so proud that I've never done that. And yeah, I've had to work really hard and do different types of jobs. And I continue to, because that's what feels good to me. I couldn't live with myself doing certain things. I'm just so blessed I was given that knowledge from God about eternal life, that like it was so worth it, that maybe, you know, maybe not everything's going to happen the way I want in this life, but dang, we're going to be dancing the rest of our lives. A plus B does not equal C with God. I'm an example of that. I've had miracles my whole life. So when people look at things, like I remember people just search for things and they'll go, well, I mean, this job can only make this much. Not true, honey, not true. You would think, but then I've been a living testament to breaking those kind of hard facts that people think in their head. It's just not the way God works. I've always had to go against the grain, which has been really hard. I've done it, but I think people, that's what's made me a little misunderstood in this life too. In heaven, reminder, there's no money. And I think that's what's really important. Just remember, all your beautiful things are going to stay and burn and not be with you. So make sure where your heart is, you're earning merits in heaven. When I had to move last year, I remember when the fires were starting in Los Angeles, it changed me. I went through a mental process of like, okay, I could maybe lose everything right now. It was such a wild time. And I remember like being devastated and like being like, I'm not going to be okay if I lose my designer, like everything, blah, 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 all my designer things. Okay. And all these things that I was obsessed with, because this girl loves clothes. Okay. This girl loves her shoes and bags. I remember like the process was so insane to picture all these things that I loved so deeply in my heart. I think it helped me detach even more. And then my place wasn't ready, and I had to live kind of out of my stuff was in boxes for like 7 months, which was the most challenging time of my life, to literally live without my things in 2025. But I literally feel very different now. I lived as if I didn't have that stuff anymore. And it changed my very interior of my being. Like I love this stuff and I'm great, but I could also live without it. It's just very interesting. And I have friends, oh my gosh, God bless them. They lost everything, and they lost everything in these fires in their homes, and I can't imagine what they're going through, but I just know that like that's the feeling that you will have when you go to heaven. None of it's coming with you. So prepare yourself now. Start to detach now from these things so that your heart is in the right place. And again, I said this, but I'm just going to reiterate it. No matter what level of life you are, if you can be a millionaire or billionaire and serve others as well, that is an amazing place to be. Then you're on the right track and your heart is really beautiful. I think this is just one of my thoughts. If you were earning royalty status by just being kind, the world would look very different. And so every day I've kind of programmed myself to being like, let me work for you, God. Be my boss. Help me to just be kind and loving to others, because that's like earning money with God. That's like kind of the theme. You earn the reward with God in that way. So I try to not, I've and this has been a practice I've done throughout my jobs that I've held. where I go, instead of focusing on a sale, for example, because I was in sales, I don't focus on that sale. I focus on sending, using the gifts and my and who I am to bless someone that day. And that's way more fulfilling than cha-ching. So it's really beautiful when you're using your existence to just help somebody else, bless them, enjoy their presence, send love to them, send help to them, and be there for somebody. That is how you earn royalty status with God. I've had six-figure jobs, and people would be like, "You're crazy for leaving that." That's how detached my heart is from money. I've been able to go to from six figures to minimum wage because my identity is so secure in my image that God has for me. And that's not what sets my heart on fire. And especially when I lost love in my life, it really put things in perspective of like, dang, money's not everything. I'm so much happier with love. That is what drives me. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's the sunshine in my life. And I think to have, one huge element missing, it helps you again to see money differently. So that's been a blessing. This is an example. If you give to someone, I've seen this happen before. If you give to someone from your heart and you're not like, you owe me, like you owe me this, but you're just genuinely giving, God will always repay you back. I've seen miracles like that. He'll give you it back fivefold, tenfold. It's really like you're doing his work on earth. If somebody came to you and they needed something and you help them in that moment, he can't do it himself. Jesus can't do it himself. So he's asking you to be my hands, be my eyes, be my voice. Be that for that person. If that person needs a friend, be that for that person. I'll give you a reward. He might bless you with money in return in a way that you can't comprehend and that you don't see coming. That is the way our miraculous God works. So, and I feel like if someone makes you feel less than your worth, he's not your person. My friend was teaching me that at one point in my life. Like, she was just always like, if a guy is making you feel less than and can't see that, like, God's goodness in your life, it's not the right guy. He doesn't have the right eyes. But I feel so blessed, like with my family, we have such great hearts and we've found the simple things in life to be so beautiful. And I watch my sister teach me that. Like, she has pulled me out of the materialistic world because she's so precious. She's so happy with just her little stories. She watches stories on her phone and she'll have a cup of cocoa and like a cookie, and she's the happiest girl and she loves her dog. And if you bring her a little gift, this man from my office, we call him Mr. Starbucks. He blesses us. He always gives us goodies from Starbucks. And it just lights up her world. She's so happy with such simple things. We've met so many people through my sister who have so little in life and they're so happy. And her aide, who's been part of our family, she's literally like my family member at this point. We watch her and she came from Africa. She had very little. She is like this ray of sunshine and joy that lights up my world every time she's around us. And she is one of my ultimate examples and inspirations. She helps me too. I'm just like, she's so happy and she has just what she needs for that day. She doesn't worry about the future. And God tells you, don't worry about the future. If you know me and you trust in me, you don't have to worry. I'll bring it in for you. But people spend so much time worrying. I watch them choose certain jobs instead of their passions in life because they're so worried about it. They're not able to surrender to God and they want to control every aspect of their life. They want to ensure that they're safe. And I get it. I totally get it. And it is a good feeling. But if you had relaxed and surrendered, God may have given you way more because you showed that trust. It's like a trust fall, is how I feel. Just being kind and loving and having the simple things in life is enough. And I feel that there's a world out there right now with really like, I just see it in the dating world with misled men who are obsessed with this culture of like dripping in money and obsessed with status. People might laugh, but like they won't have the last laugh because that road ends in a very dark and very scary dead end. So, these are the Bible verses that I wanted to talk about. They really help teach you. They've taught me a lot. Number one, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And I'm going to tell you that is a 1 billion% true statement. It watch it happen. I've seen it. He's never left us and he's blessed us and carried us. Number two, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. By craving it, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. I've seen this, that to me is an example of like, if you crave it, and I watch people in the world of crypto and I'm like, their entire day and focus is on this money. And this money's like, again, in my mind, monopoly. I'm like, it's not real. It's not giving you eternal life. And they're just like hyper focused on it. People lose so much. I'm sure so many people have lost so much. And if they hadn't risked all of that, they would have been fine, but they got greedy and they wanted so much more that they pierced themselves and now they're in trouble. I've watched it happen. So that's why I'm here to just say, please trust me. Don't gamble your money away hoping for so much more because you could have been chilling. You could have been living a beautiful life with what you had. Number three, remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealthy. And that is the coolest fact. I just remember that. He's in control. He's the one who can bless you. So I love always remembering that fact. Number four, don't be jealous of what sinners achieve. Just stick to your own work and trust the Lord. Again, you might not know where where they stand with God, and you might be aspiring to be a sinner. You might be watching a sinner. You don't know what they're doing behind their closed doors. You don't know what they did to get all that money. You don't know these things. So don't aspire. Just keep your eyes on your life and keep your eyes focused on God.